Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Let's chant one round of japa with Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा, कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे रामा, राम राम हरे हरे। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्रीमद् भगवद गीता एज इट इज की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to Srimad Bhagavatam for All session after a 2-day gap in between. Sorry about that. So we are going to, so this is today's Monday, so we'll be learning a new verse. The last verse that we had memorized was Bhagavad Gita chapter 11 text 32. Yes, that was the last one. So now we will learn text 33. Okay, the one after that. Let me share the screen. Also today is Gopashtami here, and there's also appearance, disappearance days of different acharyas today. But let's just do our basic first, and then if we have time, we'll read about the special day today. So let's read Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 11, text 33. So the last one we learned was time I am, right? Krishna is saying, time I am, the great destroyer of all the worlds, and I have come here to destroy all people with the exception of you Pandavas. All the soldiers here on both sides will be slain. So the next verse, please repeat. What was the Sanskrit verse? 32? Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Kalosmi Lokakshaya Krit Samriddho Pravritto Kalosmi Lokakshayakrit Pravritto Lokan Samahartumiva Pravrittaha Ritepi Tvam na Bhavishyanti Sarve Yeva Sthita Pratyanikeshu Yodha. Okay, so that was 32. Now the next one in the same meter. Please repeat. Tasmat Tvamuttishta Uttishta Yasho Labhasva. Tasmat Tvamuttishta Yasho Labhasva. Jitva Shatrun Bhungshva Rajyam Samriddham. Jitva Shatrun Bhungshva Rajyam Samriddham. Mayaivaite Nihita Purvameva. Mayaivaite Nihita Purvameva. Nimitta Matram Bhava Savyasachin. Nimitta Matram Bhava Savyasachin. Tasmat Tvamuttishta Yasho Labhasva. Jitva Shatrun Bhungshva Rajyam Samriddham. Mayaivaite Nihitah Purvameva. Mayaivaite Nihatah Purvameva. Nimitta Matram Bhava Savyasachin. One more time. Tasmat Tvamuttishta Yasho Labhasva. Jitva Shatrun Bhungshva Rajyam Samriddham. Mayaivaite Nihatah Purvameva. Nimitta Matram Bhava Savyasachin. Translation, please repeat. Therefore get up. Prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement. And you, O Savyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight. So now, please recite. Does anyone need to go first? Yes, Aditi Lata Mataji. Let me set the default view so you can see the whole thing together.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Okay, so now you can see it all in one place. Go ahead, Mataji.
Tasmatvamuttishta yasho labhasva jitva satrum bhungshvarajyam samriddham mayaivaite nihata purvameva nimitta matram bhava savyasachin. Therefore get up, prepare to fight and win glory. conquer your enemies, and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Nilambari Radha Mataji.
Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Tashmat tvam uttishta yasho lavashva jitva satrum punktva rajyam samriddham mayaivaite nihata purvameva nimittamatram bhavashavyasachi. Mataji, can you please? 1 second. I have to put my hand up. Okay. Therefore, get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Saujanya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams, all goes to Srila Prabhupada, all goes to the assembled devotees.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Tasmat Tvam yasho labhashva jitva shatrun bhukshva rajyam samradham mayaiva te nihata purvameva nimitta matram bhava savyasachin. Therefore get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you. So next is Achinta Dev Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to the assembled devotees.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Prabhuji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Please repeat. Tasmat tvamuttishta yasho labhasva
Tasmat sva uttista yasho labhasva
jitva shatrun bhungshva rajyam samriddham
jitva satrum bhunsva rajyam samriddham
mayaivaite nihatah purvameva
mayaivaita nihatta purvam iva
nimitta matram bhava savyasachin.
nimitta matram bhavya savya sachin. Translation. Therefore get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Arunita?
Mataji, she'll read towards the end.
Okay. Isha? Actually, Inba and Ya are here. Go ahead, you recite. They are not connected yet.
Tasmat tvamuttishta yasho labhasva jitva shatrun bhungshva rajyam samriddham mayaivaite nihata purvameva nimitta matram bhava savyasachin. Therefore get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight.
Krishna Ashish.
Tasmat tvamuttishta yasho labhasva jitva shatrun bhungshva rajyam samriddham mayaivaite nihata purvameva nimitta matram bhava savyasachin. Therefore get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight.
Madhava.
Tasmattamuttisthaya solabhasva Sitva satrun punksvarajyam samriddham Mayaivaite nihita
Nihata.
nihata purvameva nimata nimattamatram
Nimitta matram bhavasavya sachin.
savyasatin.
So the whole purpose of my reciting first 3 times is that you try to repeat after me. So after reciting 3 times, when you read, it shouldn't be so difficult. That's the whole idea. But if you don't recite after me, then it's like reciting for the first time. Okay, go ahead. Last line. Nimitta matram.
Nimittamatram bhavas
Nimitta matram.
Savyasatin.
Yeah.
Therefore get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Saraswati, can be an instrument in the fight.
Rasapriya.
Tasmatvamuttishtayaso bhavasva jitva satrun bhukshva rajyam samriddham mayavita nihata
Mayaivaite nihata purvameva.
mayavita nihata
Mayaivaite.
mayavita nihata purvameva nimittamatram bhavasavyasatin. Therefore get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement. And you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight.
Inba Inia, Jai Shri Mataji, Jai Ganesh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
तस्मात्मुत्तिष्ठ यशो लभस्व जित्वा शत्रुन् भुङ्क्ष्व राज्यं समृद्धं मयैव वैते निहताः पूर्वमेव निमित्तमात्रं भव सव्यसाचिन्. Translation. Therefore get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Savyasachi, can be put an instrument in the fight.
Can be but an instrument in the fight.
Good. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Inia.
तस्मात्मुत्तिष्ठ यशो लभस्व जित्वा शत्रून् भुङ्क्ष्व राज्यं समृद्धं मयैवैते पूर्वमेव and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight.
Mataji and Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Tasmatvam uttishta yasho labhasva jitva shatrun
Shatrun.
Mataji.
Jitva shatrun bhungshva rajyam samriddham.
Jitva shatrun bhungshva rajyam samriddham mayaivaite nihatah purvameva nimitta matram bhavasavya sachin. Therefore get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Savyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight.
Yes, thank you.
He's gone in a satsang nearby.
No problem. Okay, Mataji. So next is Sonia Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisance.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Mataji, Sonia Mataji, go ahead. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Tasmat Tvam Uttishta Yasho Labhasva Jitva Satrun Bhungshva Rajyam Samruddham Maye Vete Nihataha Purvam Eva Nimitta Matram Bhavasavya Sajin. Therefore, get up, prepare to fight and win glory, conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Savyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Usha Mataji, Medha.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to our Gurus, to Srila Prabhupada, our Gurus, to the assembled devotees.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Tasmat Tvamuttishta Yasho Labhasva Jitva Shatrum Bhungsva Rajyam Samruddham Mayaiva Nihita Purvameva Nimitta Matram Bhavasavya Sachin. Translation. Therefore, get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Hare
Medha.
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Tasmat Tvam Uttishta Yasho Labhasva Jitva Shatrun Bhungsva Rajyam Samriddham Mayeva Vete Nihita Purvameva
Nihata.
Mayeva Se Nihita Purvameva.
Not Nihita, Nihata.
Mayeva Se Nihita Purvameva Nimitta Matram Bhavasavya Sachin. Translation. Therefore, get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Savyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so next is Saujanya Mataji, I think. Yes, Saujanya Mataji. Actually, Narsimhalila Chetan Prabhu is here. Yes, go ahead, Prabhuji.
I already finished, Mataji.
That's right, you finished. Yes, yes. Narsimhalila Chetan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to our Gurus, Srila Prabhupada.
Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Tasmat Tvam Uttishta Yasho Labhasva Jitva Shatrun Bhungshva Rajyam Samardham Mayeviti Nihata Purvameva Nimitta Matram Bhavasavya Sachin. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Therefore, get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to our Gurus, Srila Prabhupada.
Dandavat Pranam Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Tasmat Tvam Uttishta Yasho Labhasva Jitva Shatrun Bhungshva Rajyam Samriddham
Mayai Vaite. Mayai Vaite.
Mayaivaite Nihata Purvam Eva Nimitta Matram Bhavasavya Sachin. Translation. Therefore, get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight. Thank you.
Thank you.
It will not hear me. Hare
Okay.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Achut Priya Mataji. Dandavat Pranam Mataji, your glories to Srila Prabhupada.
तस्मात्त्वमुत्तिष्ठयसो लभस्व जित्वा शत्रुं भुङ्क्ष्व राज्यं समृद्धम् मयि वैते निहता पूर्वमेव निमित्तमात्रं भव सव्यसाचिन्. Translation by Bhagavad Srila Prabhupada. Translation: Therefore get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Savyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight. Thank you, Mata. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Arunita.
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. तस्मात् त्वमुत्तिष्ठ यशो लभस्व
जीवेतु श्रोतुं स्वराज्यं समारम् माया पूर्वम् एव निमित्तमात्रं भव सव्यसाचिन्. Therefore, get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight. Hare Krishna.
Yes, thank you. Hare Krishna. Everyone has recited, right? Let's read Srimad Bhagavatam. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 10, The Transcendental Pastimes of Lord Ramchandra. Chapter 10, Text 20. So Samudra was offering prayers to Lord Ramchandra. Then after that, after Samudra offered prayers, Lord Ramchandra actually, with the help of Hanuman and the others, built the bridge across the Indian Ocean, and then they entered into Sri Lanka, just like a forest fire, right, catches very rapidly. Like that, Lord Ramchandra and all his followers entered into Lanka. We saw that. And then also he killed, Lord Ramchandra killed Ravana. Yes? I think we read that also. Let me see. Yeah, 17. See? After entering Lanka, the monkey soldiers led by chiefs like Sugriva, Nila and Hanuman occupied, yes. So after entering, what did they do? They occupied practically every place was occupied by the Vanaras. They occupied all the sporting houses, granaries, treasuries, palace doorways, city gates, assembly houses, palace frontages, and even the resting houses of the pigeons. Everything was occupied by the Vanaras. When the city's crossroads, platforms, flags, and golden water pots on its domes were all destroyed, the entire city of Lanka appeared like a river disturbed by a herd of elephants. When Ravana, the master of the Rakshasas, saw the disturbances created by the monkey soldiers, he called for Nikumbha, Kumbha, Dhumraksha, Durmukha, Surantaka, Narantaka, and other Rakshasas, and also his son Indrajit. Thereafter he called for Prahasta, Atikaya, Vikampana, and finally Kumbhakarna. Then he induced all his followers to fight against the enemies. Lord Ramchandra, surrounded by Lakshman and monkey soldiers like Sugriva, Hanuman, Gandhamada, Neela, Angada, Jambavan, and Panasa attacked the soldiers of the Rakshasas who were fully equipped with various invincible weapons like swords, lances, bows, prasas, rishtis, shakti arrows, khadgas, and tomaras. So the Rakshasas had all types of weapons. Lord Ramchandra and his followers, they didn't have so many weapons. Nevertheless, bravely they went and fought with the Rakshasas. So now we'll start with text 20. Anyone remembers who's supposed to read today? We got a break in between for 2 days, so maybe everyone forgot. Sonia Mataji, you read, right? I think you read.
Yes, Mataji. That the name of those. I read that.
Okay. Name of?
Nala, some Vanaras.
Vanaras. Acha, the different names. Okay. Then Usha Mataji said she was driving. Then Narsimhalila Chaitanya Prabhu, did your family start reading? I think all of you read also.
Nilamri Mataji, I think Mataji has to start.
Nilamri Mataji has to start.
No,
Prabhuji?
Mataji, we will start Mataji.
No, what happened was, remember, why I
They read
remember this
earlier.
is, you read. Yeah, no.
Okay.
But you had read earlier, the two of you, Prabhuji Mataji, but kids had not read. But then when we came down, again, everyone read. So that's how I remember that your turn was over. So Neelambari Mataji will read now. Yes, thank you. Okay. Neelambari Mataji, your turn. Are you ready? Text 20. Mataji, are you there? Usha Mataji, are you able to read today?
Mataji, can I read a little later?
Yes, you can read a little later.
I'm able to read, Mataji.
Okay. So continuation. तेनीकपा रघुपतेरभिपत्य सर्वे द्वन्द्वं वरूथमिभपत्तिरथाश्वयोधै जग्नुर्द्रुमैर्गिरिगदेषुभिरङ्गदाद्याः सीताभिमर्शहतमङ्गलरावणेशान्. Yes, Mataji. Usha Mataji, and if Meda is there, or not, you can read the translation.
Angada and the other commanders of the soldiers of Ramachandra faced the elephants, infantry, horses, and chariots of the enemy and hurled against them big trees, mountain peaks, clubs, and arrows. Thus the soldiers of Lord Ramachandra killed Ravana's soldiers, who had lost all good fortune because Ravana had been condemned by the anger of Mother Sita. Can Meda read purport, Mataji?
Yes, go ahead, and then I can explain. Yeah.
The soldiers Lord Ramachandra recruited in the jungle were all monkeys and did not have proper equipment with which to fight the soldiers of Ravana, for Ravana's soldiers were equipped with weapons of modern warfare, whereas the monkeys could only throw stones, mountain peaks, and trees. It was only Lord Ramachandra and Lakshmana who shot some arrows. But because the soldiers of Ravana were condemned by the curse of Mother Sita, the monkeys were able to kill them simply by throwing stones and trees. There are two kinds of strength, Daiva and
Purushakara.
Daiva Purushakara. Daiva refers to the strength achieved from the transcendence, and Purushakara refers to the strength organized by one's own intelligence and power. Transcendental power is always superior to the power of the materialist. Depending on the mercy of the Supreme Lord, one must fight one's enemies, even though one may not be equipped with modern weapons. Therefore, Krishna instructed Arjuna, Mam Anusmara, Yudhishthira, think of me and fight. We should fight our enemy to the best of our ability, but for victory we must depend on the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yes, very nice. So we saw that the The Rakshasa soldiers had all types of modern weapons. All types. Modern means like advanced weapons, not necessarily modern, what we call modern. Actually, they had more advanced weapons than what we have now. The weapons that we have now are gross weapons, right? We have weapons made of fire and we have weapons made of metal. But then, back then, they had weapons that are made with ether, right? By chanting a mantra, you could shoot arrows or astras. There is Shastra and Astra. Shastra means, like gross weapons, like swords and lances, arrows. These are Shastra. Astra means they're subtle weapons. By chanting mantras, you invoke that power, right? And that power you can actually uh, uh, invite into your arrow. For example, Brahmastra. Brahmastra, you will empower your arrow with Brahmastra. Brahmastra is the mantra. By chanting that mantra, that power is now invested into your arrow. So now your arrow becomes Brahmastra. So Astras and Shastras, they had much, much advanced weapons back then. So this uh, Ravana and his Rakshasa soldiers had many advanced weapons. And Vanaras, on the Vanara side, only Lord Ramchandra and Lakshman had bows and arrows. Others were all, most of them, majority of them were simply throwing rocks, right? Breaking off mountain peaks and throwing them, uprooting trees. That was their weapon. But even though they were fighting against those that had advanced weapons, and although they themselves didn't have any weapons except for some stones and trees, they won. They were defeating the Rakshasas. So you may get a question, how come? Right? Materially speaking, it doesn't make sense. Like, let's say in today's world, if you have, machine guns and tankers and all that, then you could kill so many people at a time, right? And let's say the other person is coming to fight with you with stones, then what are the chances that he'll be able to defeat you? Isn't it? So materially, it simply does not make sense at all how somebody who's not so well equipped with uh, advanced weaponry, how he could win over a person who has so many advanced weapons. It doesn't make sense. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada is explaining there are two types of strength. When you fight in battle, you need to you need to be powerful, but the power is of two types. One is daiva, right? That means that power is descending from transcendence, right? You get that power, you are invested with that power uh, by the Supreme Lord Himself. And the other power is Purushakara, that means by your own endeavor. Endeavor means by your own material intelligence, right? And maybe by working out in the gyms, right? You build your muscles. So that's one type of power. But the most important point is, in front of spiritual power, in front of transcendence, your material power, which may be the greatest in material calculation, it still falls short, right? In front of transcendence. It's not equivalent. It becomes defeated. We see this again and again. Here in Ramayana, for example, Ravana was so advanced, so wealthy, so many weapons, so many soldiers. Still, he gets defeated by a group of monkeys who didn't even have weapons. They just used some stones. They would even just jump onto the enemy and just bite them off. But they won the battle. How did they win the battle? Because they were empowered by Lord Ramchandra. That's the only explanation. Yes. So Angada and the other commanders of the soldiers of Ramchandra faced, and not just weapons, they were also facing, warriors on elephants, warriors who were on foot, of course, infantry, then warriors on the horses, on chariots. The Vanaras didn't have any chariots. What to speak of the Vanaras? Even their leaders, Lord Ramchandra and Lakshman, didn't have chariots. Of course, later on, when Lord Ramchandra was to fight with Ravana, he was given one. But actually, Lord Ramchandra, Lord Ramchandra and Lakshman, they were standing on foot. And then whenever there was need, Hanuman would carry them on his shoulders and they would fight. They didn't have any proper chariots. Whereas Ravana had armies, right? Like there's an army of foot soldiers, infantry, an army of soldiers on horsebacks, then in chariots, on elephants, like that. And the Vanaras were facing all of them on foot. On foot, they were facing elephants, infantry, horses, chariots, and they were just hurling big trees and mountain peaks. Some of them had clubs, like we know Hanumanji had a club, like that. And then Lord Ramchandra and Lakshman were shooting arrows. That's the soldiers of Lord Ramchandra killed Ravana's soldiers. Yes, they were able to kill with their stones and trees. Why? Because Ravana's soldiers didn't have that mercy from the Supreme Lord. They had offended the Lord by kidnapping Sita Devi. Ravana had kidnapped, and all the soldiers of Ravana were supporting Ravana. So therefore, they lost all good fortune, and they were condemned by the anger of Sita Devi. Ravana was trying every day, right, various different tricks to get Sita Devi to agree to marry him, to enjoy with him. And she would get disgusted. She would become angry, disgusted. So because of disturbing her, not disturbing, like insulting her, torturing her, they actually suffered, right? They couldn't win. They were defeated by even a bunch of Vanaras. Next. So here we see the new thing that we are learning is two kinds of strength, Daiva and Purushakara. Right? Of the two, Daiva is more powerful, like that. So therefore, anytime when we do any activity, we should pray. We should pray to the Supreme Lord. Any activity means, first of all, we should only do those activities which are in service to the Supreme Lord. And even when you're doing some service for the Supreme Lord, we should not depend, or we should not think that my intelligence, my skill, my power, my memory, right, this is sufficient. With my power, I am going to render this service. Rather, even when we are doing some service for the Supreme Lord, we should feel completely dependent on the mercy of the Supreme Lord. We should be praying to the Supreme Lord. That is Krishna consciousness, right? Always praying to the Supreme Lord. Even, when somebody, those who are actually sincere devotees, even when someone asks them a question, they don't feel that they are answering that question. They pray to Krishna, my Lord, please, like we see Parikshit Maharaj, right? He is offering prayers in the second canto, 4th chapter. Parikshit Maharaj is offering prayers to the Supreme Lord. I'm sorry, not Parikshit Maharaj, Sukadev Goswami. Parikshit Maharaj had asked some questions. So to answer that, before answering, Sukadev Goswami is offering prayers to the Supreme Lord, like that. So the idea is, you give me words. You give me words. Like Srila Prabhupada was praying in Boston Harbor when he got down. He was also, in that poem he said, I'm a puppet. I don't know how I'm going to convince them, but You brought me here. I don't know what, I'm completely not qualified. You give me the words to convince them. I will become your puppet, you make me dance. This is the nature of a pure devotee. He doesn't think that he's doing it himself. So he's always praying to the Supreme Lord. Yeah. So that's why Srila Prabhupada is saying we should always be Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu Mam Anusmara Yudhyacha. Bhagavad Gita 8:17, 8:7. Krishna, Bhagavad Gita verse, chapter 8, text 7. Krishna is saying, therefore, at all times you remember me and then you fight. Mam Anusmara Yudhyacha. You fight, but you fight while thinking about me. Why? When you think about the Supreme Lord, then the Lord is with you. You are empowered. Now you will be fighting with Daiva Shakti, not just Purushakara Shakti, with Daiva Shakti. Like that. Saujanya Mataji.
So, Mataji, the main difference between Shastra and Astra is Shastra is like regular material God's weapons. Astra is the power from Krishna. Now something you said,
No.
it's a
That is different. Daiva and Purushakara. Daiva
So what?
Purushakara. Daiva means that which is coming from the Lord, transcendence. It is achieved by transcendence. That is Daiva. Purushakara means that which is achieved, the power, both are powers only. Purushakara, strength or power is achieved by my intelligence, by my exercise or whatever. That's Purushakara. So you want to know about Astra Shastra or Daiva and
Yes,
Purushakara?
Astra. I thought the Shastra was the Daiva and Purushakara.
No.
Sorry. So what's the difference between Astra and Shastra?
Shastra are gross weapons like knives, swords, you can say bombs, guns, pistols. Anything gross weapons are Shastra. Astra means they are subtle weapons. You invoke those weapons by chanting mantras. They are astras. Like you have Brahmastra, Pashupatastra, Shakti, right? Vajra. Well, Shakti and Vajra, I think they are not, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Brahmastra, why they say Astra? Because there's no weapon there, but something, the power is the. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, man.
Sure. Okay. So let's continue reading. So next is Nilambari Mataji, you're ready, or should I go to Priyanka Haripriya Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, I can read.
Okay. Raksha Pati Swabala Nashtim. 1 second. Raksha Pati Swabala Nashtim Aveksha Rushta. Raksha Pati Swabala Nashtim Aveksha Rushta. Aruhyayanakamatha Visasara Ramam Swasyandane Dyumatimatalinopaniite Vibhrajamana Nishitai Shurapraih. Yes.
A translation. Thereafter, when Ravana, the king of the Rakshasa, observed that his soldiers had been lost, he was extremely angry. Thus, he mounted his airplane, which was decorated with flowers, and proceeded toward Lord Ramchandra, who sat on the effulgent chariot brought by Matali, the chariot driver of Indra. And then Ravana struck Lord Ramchandra with sharp arrows. Hare Krishna
Yeah.
Mata.
Hare Krishna. So Ravana, we saw the list of different chief Rakshasas, right? Like Atikaya, Kumbha, Nikumbha, Kumbhakarna, Indrajit, his son, Prahasta, like that. And all of them are defeated by the Vanara soldiers of Lord Ramchandra, by Lord Ramchandra himself, by Lakshman. So then, what did Ravana do? He became very angry. And he himself got onto his chariot, and then he went to a fight with Lord Ramchandra. Yeah. And about his airplane or chariot, it is said, so he was coming through airways on his chariot, flying, not just on the ground. So he mounted his airplane, which was decorated with flowers, and proceeded toward Lord Ramchandra. And by this time, Lord Ramchandra got a chariot. By this time, Lord Ramchandra received a chariot from Lord Indra. So otherwise, before that, he didn't have a chariot. Either he would sit on the shoulder of Hanuman, or he would be fighting on foot. But then he got, Lord Indra brought this chariot in the final fight to fight with Ravana. So now Lord Ramchandra is stationed on the chariot of Lord Indra, driven by Indra's chariot driver Matali. Then when this duel was going on between Ravana and Lord Ramchandra, Ravana struck Lord Ramchandra with sharp arrows. What happened after that? Ramastamaha purushada purishayannaha kanta samakshamasatāpahrita shvavatte tyaktatrapasya phalamadya jugupsitasya yachchami kala iva karturalangya viryaha. Okay, Priyanka Haripriya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Mataji. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Lord Ramchandra said to Ravana, "You are the most abominable of the man-eaters. Indeed, you are like their stool. You resemble a dog, for a dog steals eatables from the kitchen in the absence of the householder. In my absence, you kidnapped my wife, Sita Devi. Therefore, as Yamraja punishes sinful men, I shall also punish you. You are most abominable, sinful, and shameless. Today, therefore, I, whose attempt never fails, shall punish you."
Yeah. So Lord Ramchandra is telling Ravana in that fight. Even in general, when Kshatriyas fight with each other, what do? First, they'll call each other, they'll curse each other. They'll say, "You coward," and like that. They really make the other person aggravated, because then there is fun in fighting. You have to be all worked up with anger to fight with the enemy. So both of them are, before actually hurling real weapons, they start hurling their words, right? Words that are like arrows piercing the heart of the enemy, like that. And then they're all worked up, and then they come, full of anger, and then they come and fight. And then they get, Kshatriyas actually enjoy that. So here, Lord Ramchandra is also calling Ravana, and it's all fact. It's not just simply, just to make him angry, he's just making up some stories. No. Lord Ramchandra said, "You are the most abominable of the man-eaters." Rakshasas are man-eaters. You know that, right? Ravana told Sita Devi that if she didn't agree within 1 year to marry him, then he would just eat her as his breakfast. So he said, "I will get you one way or the other, right? If you don't agree to become my wife, if I cannot enjoy you like that as my wife, then I will enjoy eating your flesh and blood. I'll eat you for breakfast," like that. So Ravana is a man-eating Rakshasa. So Lord Ramchandra is saying, "You're the worst, the lowest of all man-eating Rakshasas." Worst in what way? You're like the stool of these man-eaters. You're not even like those man-eaters, you're like the stool of those man-eaters. Like really insulting him. You resemble a dog. Why a dog? For as a dog steals eatables from the kitchen in the absence of the householder, in my absence you kidnapped my wife, Sita Devi. You stole my wife when I was not there, just like a dog steals food from the kitchen when the master is not there. Therefore, as Yamaraj punishes sinful men, I shall also punish you. You are most abominable, sinful, and shameless. Today, therefore, I, whose attempt never fails, shall punish you. Like that, saying this, Lord Ramchandra began to fight. Purport. So Nilamri Mataji read, or Priyanka Mataji also read. So then next, Saujanya Mataji said she had to drop off. Okay, Mataji is not here. So Achyut Priya Mataji. Oops, sorry. Yes, purport Mataji.
Excellent. Nacha Deva Param Balam. No one can surpass the strength of the transcendence. Ravana was so sinful and shameless that he did not know what the result would be of kidnapping Mother Sita, the pleasure potency of Ramachandra. This is the qualification of the Rakshasas. Asatyam apratistam te jagad ahur antishwaram. The Rakshasas are unaware that the Supreme Lord is the ruler of the creation. They think that everything has come about by chance or accident and that there is no ruler, king, or controller. Therefore, the Rakshasas act independently as they like, going even so far as to kidnap the goddess of fortune. This policy of Ravana's is extremely dangerous for the materialist. Indeed, it brings ruin to the materialistic civilization. Nonetheless, because at his Rakshasas, they dare to do things that are most abominable, and thus they are punished without fail. Religion consists of the orders of the Supreme Lord, and one who carries out these orders is religious. One who fails to carry out the Lord's orders is irreligious and is to be punished. Thank you, Madam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So Lord Ramchandra is calling Ravana, right? So here in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is saying, nobody can surpass the strength of transcendence. So why Ravana's strength was not sufficient. Here is the supreme absolute truth, right? The Supreme Lord himself fighting. So his power is not material power, it is transcendental power. Whereas Ravana's power was material, and even on top of that, he was very sinful, right? He kidnapped another's wife, right? He was so sinful and shameless. Not even, and also, you can say foolish also, not even considering what the consequences might be. So therefore, this is the disqualification of Rakshasas in general, right? They don't have finer intelligence. Asatyam apratishtam te jagad ahur anishwaram, right? 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita tells us about divine and demoniac natures. So in demoniac natures, right? Asatyam apratishtam te jagad ahur anishwaram. They are unaware that the Supreme Lord is the ruler of creation. They think that everything has come about by chance or accident and that there is no ruler, king, or controller. This is the intelligence of Rakshasas, right? So they don't see the Supreme Lord. They don't see the hand of the Lord in everything. Therefore, the Rakshasas act independently as they like, going even so far as to kidnap the goddess of fortune. This policy of Ravana's is extremely dangerous for the materialist. This policy of Ravana's, what is the policy? Kidnapping another's wife also. Why he is doing that? Because he is not able to see the consequence of his sinful activities. So this policy of Ravana's is extremely dangerous for the materialist. Indeed, it brings ruin to the materialistic civilization. Ravana offended the internal energy of Lord Ramchandra. He will certainly get the reaction, and not just him, but his whole family would have to suffer for his act. It brings ruin to the materialistic civilization, not just his family, but the whole materialistic civilization. Nonetheless, because atheists are Rakshasas, they dare to do things that are most abominable, and thus they are punished without fail. Yeah. So Ravana's policy is extremely dangerous for the materialist. It brings ruin to the materialistic civilization. Nonetheless, because atheists are Rakshasas, they dare to do things that are most abominable and thus they are punished without fail. Religion consists, so they are so dull, they cannot see by someone else's example, right? Atheists are also Rakshasas. They dare to do things that are most abominable and thus they are punished without fail. Religion consists of the orders of the Supreme Lord, and one who carries out these orders is religious, right? Dharma is Dharmam tu Sakshat Bhagavat Pranitam. Dharma is given by the Supreme Lord. One who carries out these orders is called a religious person. One who carries out the orders of the Lord is a religious person. One who fails to carry out the Lord's orders is irreligious and he is punishable. So I will stop reading here. Actually, we can even end the class here just because I started late. I'll get back into the schedule from tomorrow onwards. And Narsimhalila Chaitan Prabhu, you had raised your hand.
No, I lowered, right?
Okay. So we'll just end here. Thank you all so much. I'll see you tomorrow in Bhagavatam class. So today is actually Gopashtami, and I wanted to read, but actually it's late, and also there's 3 acharyas also. Maybe tomorrow, or maybe I'll just read it later and do the recording and just send. You can hear that. Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Ending the session here.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.